In the world of extreme sports and high-octane entertainment, few names resonated as powerfully as Travis Pastrana. Known for his incredible feats in motocross, rally racing, and freestyle motocross, Pastrana was more than an athlete. He was an innovator, a storyteller, and a visionary. By 2022, Pastrana had a dream: to create a channel where the raw passion for adrenaline-fueled stunts could be shared with the world without compromise. This dream gave birth to Padme, Channel 199, a YouTube platform that promised a return to pure, unfiltered action sports. Unlike many curated or highly produced channels, Channel 199 was about authenticity. The kind of authenticity that comes with sweat, danger, and camaraderie. The concept was simple but powerful. Gather a crew of the best riders, builders, mechanics, and creatives, and give them free rein to push the limits of what was possible. Pastrana assembled a team of close friends and trusted colleagues who shared his vision and thirst for adventure. From custom vehicles designed to defy physics to gravity-defying jumps and races, every piece of content was driven by an insatiable hunger for innovation and thrill. The channel's early videos captured the raw energy and unpredictable nature of their exploits. Crashes, triumphs, and everything in between. Viewers were instantly hooked. In an age saturated with polished, scripted entertainment, Channel 199 stood out as a breath of fresh air. It wasn't just about the stunts, it was about the people behind them. Fans connected with the personalities, the jokes, the frustrations, and the moments of pure exhilaration. Pastrana's charisma and the crew's tight-knit dynamic created a sense of family that extended beyond the screen. The subscriber count soared as millions tuned in week after week, eager to see what crazy stunt or build would come next. But this meteoric rise was not without its shadows. The very things that made Channel 199 compelling, the danger, the spontaneity, the pushing of boundaries, also set the stage for potential disaster. The crew knew the risks, but the adrenaline and passion often overshadowed caution. This delicate balance between innovation and safety would soon be put to the ultimate test as the team embarked on one of their most ambitious projects yet, a project that would change everything. Channel 199 was no longer just a channel, it was a movement, a testament to what could be achieved when fearless individuals come together with a shared dream. Their story was just beginning, but as with all great stories, moments of triumph were inevitably accompanied by moments of heartbreak. At the very heart of Channel 199 lay Pastrana Land, the sprawling compound that was more than just a filming location. It was a sanctuary for creativity, adrenaline, and brotherhood. Located in Maryland, Pastrana Land was transformed from an ordinary piece of land into a wonderland of extreme sports innovation. This was the playground where the Channel 199 crew could experiment freely, pushing the boundaries of what was possible in action sports. The compound was filled with ramps that defied gravity, custom-built vehicles designed to withstand insane stunts, and obstacles crafted with painstaking detail. Every inch of Pastrana Land told a story of passion and fearless ambition. The compound was designed not only for thrills, but also as a place where collaboration flourished. Each member of the Channel 199 family brought unique skills to the table, whether it was fabricating parts, tuning engines, or designing ramps and jumps. Pastrana Land was their laboratory, their workshop, and their proving ground. There was an infectious energy that emanated from this place, fueled by late nights tinkering with vehicles, endless brainstorming sessions, and the shared excitement before every big stunt. The crew was bonded not just by their love for extreme sports, but by their unwavering trust in one another. This sense of family was vital given the inherent dangers of what they were attempting. Every stunt carried risk, and every new build tested the limits of physics and engineering. Yet the camaraderie that thrived at Pastrana Land helped to create a culture where safety and innovation walked hand in hand, at least most of the time. The crew pushed themselves and each other to go bigger, faster, and higher, but they also learned to rely on their combined expertise to minimize hazards. Over time, the compound grew into a symbol of their vision, an epicenter of action sports creativity that attracted fans from around the world. The physical space of Pastrana Land was matched by the emotional space it created. For many crew members, this was a home away from home, a place where they could escape the pressures of the outside world and immerse themselves fully in their passion. The trust and respect forged in those spaces were palpable in every frame of their videos. From quiet moments of brainstorming over cold beers to the roaring cheers that followed a successful stunt, Pastrana Land was a living, breathing character in the Channel 199 story. But this sanctuary was also a place of intense pressure. With millions watching and expectations constantly rising, the drive to innovate sometimes overshadowed caution. The thrill of the next big stunt was a constant temptation, and the desire to deliver jaw-dropping content often pushed the crew to take risks few would dare to consider. Pastranaland was the stage where dreams were made, but it was also the setting for challenges and dangers that would soon culminate in a tragedy none could have predicted. As Pastranaland grew in fame and scope, so did the ambitions of Channel 199. The crew envisioned bigger builds, more complex stunts, and groundbreaking feats that would push the limits of the sport. But beneath the excitement lurked the undeniable truth. Every leap, every jump, and every mechanical marvel carried the potential for disaster. This duality, the thrill and the threat, was woven into the very fabric of Pastranaland. It was a place where passion ignited brilliance, but where one misstep could change everything. The excitement around Channel 199 was reaching new heights as the team prepared for what was meant to be one of their most ambitious stunts yet. A high-risk, highly technical maneuver involving a custom-built vehicle launched off an intricate ramp setup designed at Pastranaland. The plan was to showcase the pinnacle of their creativity and bravery, combining speed, precision engineering, and raw talent in a spectacle that would captivate their audience and push the boundaries of extreme sports. Every member of the crew was involved in the preparation, from builders who fine-tuned every weld on the vehicle's frame, to riders who practiced the timing and positioning necessary to execute the stunt flawlessly. Behind the scenes, there was a sense of tension mixed with anticipation. While the team was confident in their skills and the quality of their equipment, the nature of the stunt meant there was no room for error. This was a high-stakes moment, a culmination of months of planning, testing, and adjustments. On the day of the stunt, the atmosphere at Pastranaland was electric. Cameras were set, safety crews were on alert, and the entire Channel 199 family gathered to witness the attempt. Travis Pastrana himself took the lead, embodying the spirit and determination that had built the channel from the ground up. However, tragedy struck in an instant. As the vehicle launched off the ramp, something went terribly wrong. The vehicle's trajectory shifted unexpectedly mid-air, causing it to crash violently upon landing. The impact was catastrophic. Several crew members who were either operating or nearby were caught in the accident. Emergency protocols kicked in immediately, but the severity of the injuries shocked everyone. Some crew members sustained critical injuries that required urgent medical intervention, while others suffered trauma that would have lasting effects. The incident sent shockwaves through Pastranaland and the entire action sports community. Fans who had followed the crew's fearless exploits were left in disbelief, grappling with the sudden shift from adrenaline-filled excitement to devastating tragedy. For Channel 199, this moment marked a heartbreaking turning point. The very passion and risk that had fueled their rise had now become a source of pain and loss. The aftermath of the accident was filled with urgent hospital visits, emotional support for the injured, and a team forced to confront the harsh realities of their dangerous pursuits. The tragedy highlighted the razor-thin line between glory and disaster in extreme sports. While the crew had always been aware of the risks, the accident was a somber reminder that even the best preparation and skill could not eliminate danger entirely. The close-knit team found themselves grappling with shock, guilt, and the overwhelming responsibility of what had occurred. What was supposed to be a triumphant moment became a painful chapter in their story, a tragedy that would test the limits of their resilience and redefine the future of Channel 199. In the immediate aftermath of the accident, the world of Channel 199 was turned upside down. The crew members who had been injured were rushed to hospitals, some in critical condition, undergoing surgeries and intensive care. The physical toll was only the beginning of the challenges that lay ahead. Emotionally, the entire team was shattered. The incident wasn't just a professional crisis, it was deeply personal. For a group that operated like family, the trauma of seeing their friends and colleagues hurt was almost unbearable. Back at Pastranaland, the mood was somber. The usual sounds of laughter, revving engines, and adrenaline-charged excitement were replaced by silence and reflection. The sight of the accident became a painful reminder of the fine line they had crossed. For many, the incident was a wake-up call, a moment to question how their passion had spiraled into something so dangerous. They had built a culture of pushing limits, but now they faced the sobering need to reevaluate what safety truly meant. The crew's emotional recovery was complicated by the logistical and operational challenges they faced. Channel 199 had to pause production indefinitely. This break was necessary for healing but came with financial repercussions. With no new content to release, viewership declined, and sponsors began to reconsider their involvement. The crew also had to navigate a maze of insurance claims and medical expenses, adding pressure to an already strained situation. Yet, amidst the hardship, the resilience of the team shone through. Support poured in from fans and fellow athletes around the world, reminding them they were not alone. Messages of encouragement, fundraising efforts, and solidarity helped lift spirits in dark times. Internally, the team began to lean on each other more, sharing their grief and slowly rebuilding the trust and strength that had always defined them. The aftermath was also a time of deep reflection. Safety protocols that had been taken for granted were scrutinized and overhauled. Experts were consulted to help redesign processes and minimize risks. The team realized that moving forward meant not just rebuilding physically, but fostering a culture where safety and responsibility were at the forefront without stifling creativity. It was a delicate balance to strike, but a necessary one to honor those affected and prevent future tragedies. The physical and emotional scars left by the accident were soon compounded by significant legal and financial challenges. Lawsuits quickly emerged as the injured parties and their families sought accountability and compensation. These legal battles added a layer of stress and complexity to a team already struggling to cope with the trauma. The claims alleged negligence and unsafe practices, placing Channel 199 under intense scrutiny from the public and industry watchdogs. Navigating the legal system was a daunting task. The channel's leadership had to hire lawyers, attend hearings, and manage the mounting legal fees, all while trying to keep the channel afloat. The uncertainty of the outcomes created an atmosphere of tension and fear about the channel's future. The possibility of settlements or court rulings that could severely impact their finances loomed large. Financially, the accident struck a devastating blow. Medical bills for the injured crew members were exorbitant, and insurance claims dragged on, sometimes being contested or delayed. Meanwhile, sponsorship deals, a key revenue source, began to evaporate. Brands were wary of associating themselves with a channel under such scrutiny, leading to cancellations and lost partnerships. The channel's income plummeted, creating a cash flow crisis. The crew also faced the challenge of maintaining day-to-day operations on a shoestring budget. Repairs to equipment and Pastranaland's facilities that had been damaged during the accident were delayed or scaled back. The uncertainty threatened not only the channel's survival but also the livelihoods of the entire crew. Despite these hardships, the Channel 199 team refused to give up. Fundraising campaigns launched by fans and supporters helped alleviate some of the financial burdens. The crew began exploring new revenue streams, including merchandise sales and smaller, safer projects that could sustain the channel while rebuilding trust. The legal battles would take time, but the team's determination to persevere through every obstacle remained unbroken. The legal and financial struggles exposed the harsh realities of extreme sports entertainment, where the cost of pursuing passion can sometimes come with life-altering consequences. But for Channel 199, these challenges became part of their story, underscoring the resilience and unity that would ultimately define their journey forward. Beyond the physical injuries and financial struggles, the emotional aftermath of the tragedy cast a long shadow over the Channel 199 crew. The bond they shared before the accident, built on trust, laughter, and shared danger, was deeply tested in ways they hadn't anticipated. While the physical wounds could heal with time and medical care, the psychological scars ran deeper and more invisibly. Feelings of guilt, grief, and trauma pervaded every corner of their lives. For many, the question wasn't just, how do we move forward, but should we even continue? The tragedy forced the crew to confront the dark side of their passion. Those who were physically unharmed often felt survivor's guilt, struggling to reconcile their relief with the pain their friends were enduring. Sleepless nights, anxiety attacks, and moments of overwhelming sadness became common. Counseling and therapy became a crucial part of the healing process. Some team members found solace in talking openly about their fears and regrets, while others grappled privately with the trauma. The experience bonded them in new ways but also created emotional fault lines. Communication became both a challenge and a necessity, navigating between supporting each other and respecting personal boundaries. The impact extended beyond the crew to their families and loved ones. They too had witnessed the risks and now faced the anxiety of their relatives returning home, injured or emotionally fragile. Relationships were tested as everyone struggled to adjust to new realities. The once carefree atmosphere of Pastranaland was replaced by a more cautious and reflective environment. Yet, even in the darkness, moments of hope emerged. The crew's shared commitment to recovery helped them find strength. Group activities, shared storytelling, and small victories, whether mastering a new rehab exercise or successfully completing a less risky project, became milestones. They learned that healing was not a straight path, but a process filled with setbacks and breakthroughs. This emotional journey was perhaps the most profound chapter in Channel 199's story. It highlighted the human cost behind the thrilling content and reminded fans and creators alike that bravery is as much about facing inner demons as it is about physical danger. For Channel 199, this period of emotional reckoning was a step toward a future where passion and care could coexist more sustainably. News of the accident and its aftermath spread rapidly beyond the immediate circle of fans and creators, sparking a wide-ranging reaction from the public. Social media exploded with messages of shock, sympathy, and support. Fans from all over the world expressed their solidarity, sharing personal stories of how Channel 199 had inspired them or brought excitement into their lives. The outpouring of love was a testament to the deep connection the channel had fostered over the years. Yet, not all the attention was positive. Some critics seized the opportunity to question the ethics of extreme sports content and the responsibility of creators toward their teams. Debates flared about whether such dangerous stunts were worth the risks, with some accusing Channel 199 of recklessness and endangering lives for views. The tragedy ignited a broader conversation about the fine line between entertainment and exploitation, safety and spectacle. This public discourse was complicated. On one hand, the fans and supporters recognized the passion and dedication that had driven the crew. On the other, there was an undeniable recognition of the risks involved and the consequences when things went wrong. The incident challenged the community to think more deeply about the costs behind the content they consumed and celebrated. For the crew, the scrutiny was a double-edged sword. While the support buoyed their spirits, the criticism stung, sometimes exacerbating feelings of guilt or defensiveness. The pressure to justify their choices and prove their commitment to safety weighed heavily. Interviews, statements, and public appearances became opportunities not just to update fans, but to engage in meaningful conversations about risk, responsibility, and the evolving nature of extreme sports. The tragedy also had an impact on the broader action sports industry. Other creators and athletes began revisiting their own safety practices and public messaging. Channel 199's experience served as a cautionary tale but also as an impetus for positive change, encouraging a culture where risk was acknowledged openly and managed responsibly. In the end, the public's reaction was a complex mixture of grief, debate, support, and reflection. It mirrored the complexity of the incident itself, a powerful reminder that behind every thrilling stunt is a human story, with consequences that extend far beyond the camera lens. After the storm of tragedy, legal battles, and emotional turmoil, Channel 199 began the long, arduous process of rebuilding. The road to recovery was neither quick nor easy. It required a renewed commitment to safety, transparency, and the well-being of the entire crew. Slowly but surely, the team started piecing together the shattered pieces of their dream. Rehabilitation became the immediate focus for the injured members. Months of physical therapy and medical treatment tested their endurance and resolve. Progress was measured not just in milestones like walking again or regaining strength, but in moments of regained confidence and hope. The crew rallied around their injured friends, supporting them emotionally and physically, reinforcing the family spirit that had always defined Channel 199. Operationally, the team revisited every aspect of their approach. Safety protocols were overhauled, incorporating lessons learned from the accident and consulting with experts in sports medicine.